All right, it is award season, and we are right here at the 49th annual NAACP Image Awards. We're in Pasadena, California. The crowd is wild. There's so many stars here. That just stay tuned right here to BlackTree TV for all your favorite interviews.
At the top of the show, I gotta go. Why would you not?
I'm excited for you, my friend.
Thank you.
This will be a big year.
See you.
Wrinkle in Time, everything that's going on, your nominations for Queen Sugar, everything. It's just, you just blazing an amazing trail that a lot of people are gonna. There's a lot of young women looking at you, not just because of that doll, but are really excited.
It's a beautiful time. I love being around our people to celebrate on a night like this. Just so happy that people are responding to Queen Sugar. Hopefully they'll respond to Wrinkle in Time. People still talking about 13th. It's Dr. King's birthday. Invoking Selma, making sure that people remember. So I'm just honored to be able to do the work.
If he was alive today, what part of his dream would he say has been realized?
You know, I think it would be disingenuous of us to think it would be disingenuous of us to say that there has not been change since he's passed. You know, we wouldn't have even been able to have this event here. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have had an event dedicated to us on television, on a Black-owned network. So things have changed, but there's still a lot of work to do. Small steps.
Congratulations. Do it big.
Thank
All right, I'm with my brother, man, from Decatur, where it's greater. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I feel good.
Got a lot of stuff going on this year. I mean, everybody's waiting on a new season of Power, but Sundance, you got something coming right around the corner, right?
Sundance Saturday. I'll be there Saturday. I got 2 films. So honored, man. So blessed. So we got my castmates are out here. Actually, I haven't seen Megan yet, but A Boy, a Girl in a Dream, produced by Datari Turner. Kasim Basir, myself, Megan J. Ellis, so that'll be there. And then I got another film, Sorry to Bother You, myself, Tessa Thompson, Lakeith Stanfield, Danny Glover, Armie Hammer. So we had a pretty good time, man.
Tessa talked about that last night. She seemed pretty excited about that film.
Special, bro. So Sundance will see me in a minute.
So tell me, like, your sister Ava, who put you in I Will Follow way back. I know you was doing stuff before that, but how surreal or how real has it been just to see her like rise up so fast and be doing these big movies?
Great question, man. You know, it's interesting when you well, it's befitting of it being Dr. King's birthday, so I'll just say it. To see it is to be it. To believe it is to achieve it. And ironically, when I saw her the first time and I saw her with the camera and I saw her delegation, which directing 90% is how you delegate, and the DP of extraordinary ability that she uses, who's a great friend of ours, Bradford Young, I knew immediately because I saw it. So to see the conclusion, for me, I could see that, but it's an interesting thing to watch the process happening while everybody else chatters about what's happening. Because when I first was on I Will Follow, I said, oh, she's got it. You know when somebody's got it. You know, she comes from the world of marketing and publicity. She was a heavyweight over there, but in this world, it's very natural for her. It's like me with music. People are embracing me, and I'm so honored. You know, they haven't heard a lot yet, but they've embraced me enough to go, I'll give the guy somewhat of a listen. So some people got it, they got it, and Ava DuVernay had it from day one.
Here, my man.
What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
Happy King Day.
Happy King Day to you. I'm here with Michael B. Jordan on King Day. My first question is, if King was here, what part of his dream do you think he would say has been realized?
That's a great question. I think us as a people needing us to unify again. I think we're coming back around to like that solidarity, you know, holding each other accountable, but at the same time supporting one another. And I think that's something that I think was lost for a while, and now it's starting to come back around in the time that we're living in. So I think that's the important takeaway right about now.
Real quick, how great has it been to see Ryan Coogler Kugler's rise as a filmmaker, and for you to be there like on all those steps?
Oh man, like I mean, you see your brother doing something great. You know, you feel proud. You know, and we're helping each other grow. You know, as individuals, we're holding each other accountable, and we're going to continue to tell stories and try to do good work. So you know, I'm extremely happy and proud of him. The sky's the limit. You know, so he's going to he's going to take off and do his thing.
Thanks. Can't wait to see you in Panther and Creed and everything else. We share a network with Trace TV, and our fans from Trace, they've been requesting Yvonne Orji interviews all the time.
Bless you so much. Bless you. Thank you. And I'm liking this. I'm like a little encore print. It's nice.
Thank you. So first, how does it feel to be right here on this carpet celebrating your art and with all these other artists?
It is such a humbling moment, not only being here today, but like being here on MLK's the celebration of his life. It's like full circle. It's like we're celebrating people of color, brown art, like his movement made it possible that we could even have this movement. So yeah, I'm like, it's such an amazing time to be alive. It's like, what a time to be alive.
Do you think, this is a kind of off question, but you as a woman in the industry, we've been talking about Me Too and Time's Up. Do you think that this movement has superseded the Black Lives Matter movement to its duress, or does it build on it, or?
I don't think it's a either or. I don't think it's a superseding. I think all of those movements are important. I think we need to talk about things that affect people of color. We need to talk about things that affect women. We need to talk about things that affect any group that could possibly be marginalized, that could be forgotten, that could be discriminated against. It's equally as important. And I think there are enough people on this earth, and there are enough people who care about people on this earth that all these movements can coexist and they can be given attention to.
Well, thank you. Congratulations. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see you and one of my favorites. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm so glad to be here. This is awesome.
It is awesome. I have a simple, complicated question for you. Does that make sense? It's Martin Luther King Day. 50 years since he's been assassinated. If he was around today, what part of his dream would you say has been realized? Would he say has been realized?
What part of his dream? That we get to be in situations like this and not have to worry too much about our safety. You know what I mean? That we get to celebrate and walk around like kings and queens today. I think that's what he would be proud of. Yeah.
All right, and tell me, how do you feel the streaming service Netflix, which you helped build a lot of their audience with your show, how do you feel like they're going into the future with these movies and everything else? Where do you see the future of Netflix going right now?
Oh, well, they're doing pretty good. I mean, one thing I can say, I hope to get one of their movies, because as much money they gave Dave Chappelle and they gave Will Smith, I need a movie.
Well, Orange is the New Black is nominated today?
I'm nominated.
You're nominated?
Actually, yes.
Well, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, you're who I'm pulling for.
Oh, thank you.
Got your speech ready?
No, it's kind of have words running in my head.
I'm going to help you out. First, you're going to get out there, you can say, thank BlackTree TV.
Okay. Thank my mama.
Thank your mama. But first, thank you and congratulations. Hope you get your award. I'm here with my man. First, congratulations on y'all winning the Independent Award last night. Congratulations on your nomination, and good luck for today. How has this whole experience been for you? I mean, you've been sitting in that Detroit water for several months now. How has that been for you in your growth as an actor? And I mean, just how has this experience been? How's the ride been this year?
You know what? For me, it's been it's a blessing, but it's also a learning tool as well, because I'm learning how to. It's not a movie to where everyone just wants to go see it and they're like, hey, we want to go see this movie. So you have to have both sides and learn how to deal with people's anger and frustration as well as an audience. So for me, it's learning that as telling the truth. Truth always prevails with anything. And so just being able to take a stand and put out a movie that's actually said something, for me, that's just amazing. But to be here and to be recognized for it, that's even crazy. Like, people are paying attention. So that's what's cool. Yeah.
What's going on with your music and the rest of your acting career as that's going along? Have you got any more opportunities pop up? You got something that you could tell us going on this year?
Yeah. So I have a film coming out this year called The Hate You Give. It stars Amanda Stenberg, Russell Hornsby, Regina Hall, Issa Rae. It's directed by George Tillman, produced by Fox. It's about a best-selling movie called The Hate You Give, written by Angie Thomas. So it's amazing, man. Police brutality, really important message. And I'm also working on my album right now. It comes out around May. So look, listen.
Keeping it busy.
Straight up, for sure.
It's gonna be out. I mean, last year was a year, but this year it'll be even better.
Yeah, we're taking it up this year. The notch got to go up. Straight up. Straight up.
Good luck tonight, man.
Thank you, man.
I know we should. Hi, Antoinette. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I've been talking to some of your dear white. Y'all got like a nickname, like Dear White Pipes. DWPs. And we got to talk to Justin last night. But tell me about what are you most excited about going into the next season, and how is your character changing? I mean, we've seen her character arc kind of change from the beginning of the season to the end of it. But what's the arc going into next season?
I think we see Coco grow as a woman, and she makes some tough decisions. And I also feel like there was some baggage that she was holding on to before that she kind of needed to release and come into her own as a woman. But it's pretty heavy. It's going to be fun, though. I can't wait till you see it.
Now, as filmmakers and everything, are y'all projecting for just a 4-year thing, for this 4-year college experience, or do y'all have something for like Dear White People grad school seasons and stuff?
I have no idea.
You haven't thought about it?
No, I feel like when I signed on to the role, Justin talked about, hey, you know, first season, this is how we feel, second season, third season, fourth season. Like, they had the whole thing planned out. So they weren't just creating something sensationally. They were like, they had an idea for the growth and progression of this character over the course of years. So, I mean, as long as they want me to play Coco, I'm here.
Yeah. And it's Martin Luther King's birthday, the day that we're celebrating. If he was alive, if he was around, they're screaming for you. If he was around, if he was here today, what do you think he would say has been realized about his dream?
God, what has been realized about his dream? I feel like parts of his dream have been realized. I feel like we still have so much more to accomplish as a people, and we have to, especially people in our position, we need to use our platform to speak out against injustice and make it very aware that there are people who still contribute to a racist society, and racism isn't a thing of the past. So I feel like we definitely need to keep marching on, for sure.
All right, thank you. Can't wait to see the next season and whatever else. Martin Luther King birthday. If he was here, what do you think he would say about his dream that has been realized?
I think, you know, when someone has a dream that has been realized, then we have to create new dreams. You know, like you never stop dreaming. You know, you come up with a dream so that you can try to achieve it, and along the way, the journey, that's the process that people are enjoying. So here today, everybody has their own individual dreams. Let's just make sure that we keep our eye on the prize and be focused, because the struggle's not over, and it's hard to sort of sit back and relax. You can't become complacent. So every time we achieve something, let's set a new goal.
Be the new leader in the coming years. If you had to think about what would make the world better for your world going forward, what's some of the things when you're 50, 60 that you'd like to see happen that's not happening right now?
More understanding, more people coming together to talk. I understand, like, a lot has happened in the past, but I feel like now as a young generation, we have to come together and create our own legacy to kind of overshadow what happened in the past. So I just want both sides, all races, to just come together and just understand everybody's point of view so we can reach like a great middle. So, yeah.
We get to learn when we're exposed. It's nice to have your safe space, but when you're exposed and you're able to be around different people, you just get to broaden your horizons. I think the other thing that has been realized is the ability to organize. I think that in 2017, people are really remembering what it was like during the Civil Rights Movement, and that we were better together and better as a unit the more we just organize. Like, even today, my Dear White People family, we were on a text message making sure that something we were about to post was in sync and unified, and I think that matters.
Well, the realization of the dream is exactly what we're doing right now. We're coming together in solidarity in the face of great adversity, not unlike the adversity that Dr. King faced.
We're out here, we're energized, but more importantly, we're ready for 2018 and the midterm elections. So we're working with artists all across the country. We celebrate their talents, but we have to get to business and get the vote out.
So if we were lucky enough to have Martin Luther King alive and well today, what do you think he would say about his dream that has been realized?
Well, he would look at this opportunity right here and say, this is an amazing opportunity. He was assassinated 50 years ago. We're celebrating the 49th anniversary of the Image Awards. We have grown tremendously, but he will also call us to action, and that's what we always need to be mindful for.
What do you think, what are, I know you said voting, but what are some of the other action steps that we could do to make our community, our world a better place going forward?
Well, in a democracy, the vote determines the tax policy. Who gets taxed, who's not taxed, and what the money's spent on. Quality education comes from tax dollars. Making sure we have quality neighborhoods come from tax dollars. To ensure we have equal access to opportunities is a result of public policy. So we got to start with the vote and then address the other issues.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.